Okay, first things first. I'm going to switch over to my dry vocal because right now you're hearing the input, because I'm going to show you what it's like when it looks like if you were going to do what bus recording is on Logic and Pro Tools. So you understand what my frustration was. So now that we switched over, it's not going to sound as crisp. Or actually it might. I think my preset on the OBS is actually pretty good right now. Anyhow, so you're looking at the screen. This is what it would look like if we did bus recording the way we do on Pro Tools and Logic. So in order to do bus recording, usually you would create a bus, and then you would change the input to the input of your mic, and the main out would be like your bus out. Studio One doesn't do that. And if that's how you learned how to do it, you would come in here and be very frustrated. You're like, why can't I do that? So if you were trying to do with the same method, the only way to do that is to create a bus and an aux channel. Then you'd have to take the aux channel, change the input to 4, then send the output to the bus channel, okay? Then go to your main track, set the input to that bus channel. So we're going to go over here. Boom. I'm mixing up my inputs here. So actually, I have to go over here. I put 4. It's supposed to be 3. So once I put 3, you'll see everything's back, okay? Now, if I switch this over to my DAW input, you're going to hear kind of what you heard before. Now, nothing necessarily wrong with this method. You're able to now put input inserts here, and that'll be committed onto your track. However, this is the dumbest way to do it on Studio One. When I tell you, I got so pissed off because I thought you couldn't do it on Studio One, and then I found out that Studio One is just smarter than Pro Tools and Logic. Oh my god. You guys are... This is how you commit plugins on the way into Studio One. We have a love-hate relationship with Chris Brown here, but Chris Brown, his method is committing auto-tune, because if you're stacking so many vocals, all of those vocals having auto-tune, instances of auto-tune, like 25 vocals, 25 takes sometimes, you're going to crash your computer. So what we're going to do is we're going to commit the auto-tune in. Trust me, guys. It'll make your workflow so much better. And this works for guitar players too. If you're using an instance of a plug-in amp, committing the audio just like you would if you were miking up an amplifier is going to save your CPU, especially if you're using Neural DSP or anything like that that's very DSP intensive. Let's go on over to my OBS mic input, because we're going to undo some things here. And we're also going to change the screen, so now you can see my screen. So we're just going to undo this, okay, because Studio One is so smart that we don't need either of these. So I'm going to get rid of the bus track, and I'm going to get rid of the aux track. I'm going to come over here and set my input back to my mic input, which is 3. I got to remember that. Okay, so now you see I'm getting signal, okay? Click on this right here. It says show inputs, okay? And take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This is all you have to do to create a channel strip on Studio One. So, as you see, I was recording something earlier. This has nothing to do with it, but watch. I'm going to turn on just the compressor, and you're going to hear it going through the channel strip. Boom. Now I'm fuller, I'm richer. These things will commit to your track. So, I could throw a de-esser on, and now that you heard the little clip there, but now the de-esser's on. Sibilance. It's supposed to help me. It's the Waves R de-esser. And you look, it's active, right? But just to show you, let's go ahead and record here. So I'm recording, yo, da 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 da. But when I hit playback, take a look at this. So I'm recording, yo, da 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 da. But when I hit playback, Did you catch it? It only makes movement when I'm actively talking to the mic. How to do make a channel strip on your way into Studio One. That's my preferred way of recording, dude. It'll save the crap out of your CPU. You throw your virtual amp on there if you're using Neural DSP, or even if you're pulling up a Helix plugin to make your sound. This is just the number one way to do it, in my opinion. You feel free to do whatever you want. I just wanted you guys to see how we do things here. So once again, just so you can see real quick, all you got to do is go show inputs and put your channel strip on there. Anyways, YouTube, hope you have a wonderful weekend. Once again, I'm Cholito Suave. Welcome to Suave City. Our Discord is now live. Go ahead and click the link in the description and join us here at Suave City for all things rock and R&B. Peace.